Street Fighter has no casual appeal. I don't think that's a revelation to anyone who's been in the scene for a while. The reason why we like the game is because we like the grind and we like getting better. But Street Fighter has the potential to be more than just a sweat fest. Capcom fumbles their decision making for this game so bad sometimes I forget it's one of the biggest franchises in the world. So in this video, I'll be discussing 3 things that I came up with that could make the game better for both long-time players and for getting new people into the series. I was scrolling Instagram the other day, and I saw this video of Chun-Li meeting Ken and Ryu at some marketplace. It was short, but cool, because it reminded me that there's a lovable character behind this. Neutral pressing, head stomping, Kikoken throwing. Then I started thinking, why doesn't Street Fighter try to expand on them? And don't tell me that they tried with Street Fighter 5. That story is more of a meme generator than anything, and my 10-year-old sis could write a better story than that. And in Street Fighter 6, you just do a bunch of fetch quests just to find out that Luke likes to play video games. So how should we go about fleshing out these beloved characters? Should they try and write a better story? No, that wouldn't help much. You see, even if they were to make a better story, it might be popular for about 10 days, maybe a clip might go viral on Twitter, and that would be it. So you have the popular characters, but it's not beneficial to make a story mode. So what do? We make cinematics. That's what League has been doing, Rainbow, Overwatch, and other live service games, and it works wonders for them. And since Capcom doesn't want to drop character trailers at their tournaments anymore, they could just do this, and it works out. The possibilities are endless. You could have Ryu versus Ken, Chun-Li versus Juri, Gief versus Marisa. I could go on. You just gotta make it look cool. If you make it look cool, people are gonna check out the game. Just simplifying inputs isn't enough to bring people to a franchise. If they didn't care before, they probably won't care now. And there's way too many other games for them to play than for them to try and get into Street Fighter. Although Street Fighter 6 has many hype moments and cool clips, they don't mean much if the person watching them doesn't know what's going on. Imagine I showed you a clip of 2 guys peeking behind a barrel and then someone gets a headshot, and I told you that was one of the best clips ever. You wouldn't care that much, and you would just go back to playing the genre that you already used to play. But imagine I showed you a sick animation of Ed and Bison fighting, and Bison's double reversing everywhere, and Falk charges up her stick, shoots Bison out of the air, and then Ed uses his Snickle Snatcher, grabs Bison and punches him out of the sky. Now they're intrigued. They'll say, who's he? What does he do? What's his story? 2 days later, you got them in the lab trying to learn how to do the desync combo. And then they start to learn the game. And then they start to interact with the FGC. That's how you get people into it. Street Fighter's strongest asset has always been its characters and its gameplay. There's someone for everyone, ranging from cool to badass to odd to whatever her fanbase is supposed to be. So I think fleshing out the characters in a cinematic is not only good for bringing new people into the franchise, but it's good for keeping older fans happy, because who doesn't want to see their main in a cinematic? My next point steps away from marketing, but it's about how we can improve a mode that's already in the game. If you aren't in too much of a rush to go lose your MR, you may have noticed it already, but yes, I am talking about the Extreme Battle mode. To keep it a buck, it's pretty much a filler mode with no demographic of players for it. You see, the sweats are grinding rank, and if you want to play a fighting game for just shits and giggles, you would just play MK or Smash. However, this mode can still be salvaged and fun if they just did these 2 things. The first is the obvious.
Extreme Battle. To online.
The fact that I can't queue for this mode online is asinine. Most of the people that play the game are online warriors, so why wouldn't you make the mode queuable? Don't just hide it in the back of Battle Hub or make people be able to make lounges for it. Just make it 2 simple clicks and you're waiting in a queue for a match. The second thing they need to do is give the mode some value. Having a fun mode in a competitive game isn't a new idea. Overwatch has done this as well. And one of their modes became so popular that they even gave it a competitive mode, and I think Street Fighter should do the same. I'm not saying that people are going to take the mode super seriously, but I think the game could use a mode that's not as serious as ranked, but not as boring as casual match. It's the perfect in between, and at the end of the season, just give people draft tickets based on their rank, then reset it. I think it would help spice up the game a little bit, especially with the long breaks that we have between characters. I even came up with 2 more additions to the mode. One is where both players have to go random. I know you could already play random online, but you're going against other people's mains, and me personally, I'm not trying to do that. What do I look like? Nephew? And the second mode is a mode where the entire HUD is off. Do they have super? How much drive meter do they have? What's their health at? Your guess is as good as mine. For my last point, it's kind of ambitious and a bit of a reach.
Coffee pot.
But hear me out. I got into Street Fighter late in the Ultra Street Fighter 4 era. And one thing I really liked about that game was its rival cutscenes. It helped put the world together, and it was cool seeing the characters interact with one another. And in Street Fighter 6, they made a world where you could walk around and explore. So I thought of something that combines the two things. I would call it episodes. And in episodes, you pick a character and you follow a mini linear story with them. You could walk around as them, beat up some goons, but most importantly, you flesh them out properly and you bring back rival cutscenes. I know you still have rival battle in Street Fighter 6, but they replaced the rival cutscene with a comic strip. A comic strip. But in all honesty, most of the artwork is pretty good. But you know how disrespectful that is to the RE engine? Like, bro, Capcom, you're sleeping on gold. The only cutscenes we got to see utilize this engine were the Meet the Master cutscenes. And frankly, I just want to see more. And something that isn't just a corny intro. But yeah, a cutscene when you start, before your rival battle, and when you finish, I think would suffice. To make it beneficial to Capcom, they could charge the premium currency for each character's own episode, but to make it beneficial to us, when you complete it, maybe you get an exclusive skin or something of that nature. I personally wouldn't mind paying money for some good content, and they could also use it to fund the scene. That way we don't have players paying for these abysmal prize pools. So it's really just a win-win for everyone if they were to implement this into the game. And yeah, that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys listening to me yap for like 7 minutes. I'm not going to ask you guys to subscribe because I always thought that was kind of corny. But if you guys want to play some games or just talk Street Fighter, my Discord is in the description. And yeah, hit me up. Outside of that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.